Hey everybody, Mark again here, Weatherman Plus. Happy Sunday to all of you. I got you updates as far as what's going to happen in the tropics, but first I have to get on the La Palma because La Palma has a lot of big updates. Not only they had a big explosion, but now they got big gravity waves that's going out from the island, and there is some fear of a slight break-in in the southern island. If you've never been here before, hello, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Mark. I upload every single day, just not Friday from sundown to sundown Saturday. That's Sabbath. But I will make sure you're covered on anything that's going on before Sabbath starts, but I am all year long. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know when videos do come out. And I got a lot of important information that's coming out on La Palma, guys. So please, if you like this information, please share this on social media. Help get the information out of what's going on. If you don't use social media, just hit that like button. YouTube will suggest it for you. Thank you so much for sharing the information. Still have something that's happening over in the southeast by the Western Caribbean. I will show you what's going on. But first, there's been a lot of things going on with La Palma, and it's not just about the volcano with the lava, the explosions, the gravity waves, the earthquakes, but they also been having people getting arrested for selling bad food. Not only a little bit, they sold 253 tons of food that is not suitable for consumption. It expired the expiration date. Now, link will be in the description so you can go read about this yourself. But altogether, it was located in the freezers more than 1,500 pallets, over 1.5 million kilos of food products, and over 900,000 kilos of meat. All bad, and they're trying to sell it. Plus, all the eruptions at La Palma and all the lava coming out is now starting to mess with the pipes. Palma volcano eruption melts the pipes for the water supply, and 3,000 people without water now. And air quality did worsen, and now it's going to lead to more lockdowns. And they just coming off of lockdowns. Now, these particles of molten ash, they have been falling out of the skies of southern La Palma since the beginning of the eruption. And this is what this looks like, and this is going all over the crops. Now, National Geographic Institute says there's no way of knowing when the magma and the gases will stop. Plus, they're saying the volcano could also continue erupting for days, weeks, or even months. Now, there's been a notification that's been put out for La Palma for bad air quality and more lockdowns. The eruption currently worsens as it gets more dangerous because they had that big eruption. And now with the bad air quality, they have introduced a lockdown, a stay-at-home order for over 3,500 residents. People are asked to keep indoors and windows closed and disconnect the heating and air conditioning. What is coming down is the Saharan dust is moving in and putting a layer over the top where all this cannot leave and is coming back and putting bad air quality on the island. Also, it's affecting the banana crops over there. Water cut for residents and bananas. Lava from the volcano has melted the only remaining water connection in the lockdown area of these towns. The breakage of the water pipe also affects the most productive banana farms in the Canary Islands. Plus, people have stranded their pets. Please, if you're in La Palma, do not leave your pets, guys. Come on. Many pets have been stranded and separated from their families since the eruption of September 19th. Many households were forced to move very quickly, but please grab your pets. To try and reunite the pets back to their families, go to this website, animalslapalma.org. Plus, you have this big smoke ring phenomenon now that's going on with La Palma. A vortex ring of steam and gas did appear above it. Under certain conditions, volcanoes can emit smoke and gas rings when emissions are released from the circular vents in short puffs. And here's a video of that happening. Link in the description so you can go watch the video yourself. This is the puffs of smoke and gas coming up, creating the rings in the atmosphere. They got the gravity waves. Now, this gas and these little puff rings that go up in the atmosphere is actually being blocked by some dust, guys. The entry of the Saharan dust with the haze and the weakness of the trade winds, which has added concern to the emergency team and the population because this phenomenon causes the cloud of ash and gases emanating from the La Palma volcano and the lava not to dissipate and more toxic elements accumulate in the air. So what this means for people at La Palma. It means that there could be more confinements of the population until the trade winds enter normally and end the thermal inversion. The Pavalka Committee decided this Saturday to lift the closure of the neighborhoods that had been confined for several days and also the areas that had been restricted on Friday night. Given the changing evolution of the volcanic phenomenon and air circulation, from now on, instead of confining it in a generalized way, the population will be warned by public address when the cloud of ash and gases are more harmful to health. What they're recommending is the population at risk, children, the elderly, asthmatics, pregnant women, and the most vulnerable people to avoid being exposed abroad for a long time, and to the general population that is attentive to official information and announcements over the public address system. Plus, in Vulcan, you can follow them on Twitter. The Volcanological Institute of the Canary Islands detected this Saturday through a drone the existence of another eruptive mouth located in the upper part of the volcano that emits ashes and gases, which may have the consequence that the cone is destabilized at the top. And some of the big problems that has been caused by this, it was caused by the lava, which is destructive of the last irrigation connection that was in El Remo, and that served to irrigate the banana trees in the area to Puerto Neos and its surroundings. Here, 25% of the island's banana production is concentrated, with a total of 300 hectares affected. The concern of farmers is that if the banana plantations are not irrigated in less than a month, the harvest will be spoiled. So they are looking for alternatives that carry irrigation, and it's been decided to install portable desalination plants and tanker ships until planned a more durable solution. And 300 hectares is about 700 to 750 acres. Now, link in the description as well. Off-grid desert farming with Paul and Adrian. They posted a video about the explosion, and these scientists were getting cover as this explosion happened. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear this. And you can see the big bright white flash that happened right when the explosion did go off. It was very bright flash. And then they had all that extra flying over their head, so thank God that they got back away, because all this was flying over as I was exploding. Videos in the description. And this video is in the description as well. This guy named Simon at City Transporting, he put out a video talking about Pentagon scientists were very concerned over the Canary Islands. His video is in the description, his Israeli News Live. All I can say about it is I didn't see any evidence coming from the Pentagon, no links, no nothing. This is just a picture of the explosion view and a picture of a scientist. So he didn't have anything in his video from a scientist. He didn't have any confirmation of facts. This was all speculation so far. And pretty much the worry is if these eruptions keep happening with these gravity waves, that it eventually will crack underneath of La Palma, and when the cold air comes up meets the lava, it will crack a little more open, and there's a chance for the southern part of the island to go into the ocean. That's what he's stating. I did not see him show any evidence of that. However, that's the news. Plus, there was a live stream this morning talking about how Pedro Sanchez was going to visit La Palma. I don't know how much this man is liked. You can tell by the thumbs up and thumbs down. Link in the description if you want to go watch and hear that. It is all in Spanish. And the SO2 levels coming from the volcano is dissipating when it gets towards the Caribbean, but it is somewhat making its way towards the Caribbean. And if you notice, when you go to La Palma over here, you'll see how when this finally dissipates out and they're not in that threat of bad air, there is a moment where it does clear up. Maybe some trade winds will get in there and have a chance for the trade winds to move all this toxic sulfur dioxide out your way. At the same time, you can see it does make its way eventually towards Puerto Rico and the Caribbean, so be careful of that. More heavier for Puerto Rico than anybody. And that has been your La Palma update, so please let me know what you think with the comments in the bottom. If you are a geologist, please comment in the bottom and let me know what it is you think what could happen. Could this actually crack off southern La Palma? Hit that like button before you go if this helped you in any way, guys, because now we got to talk about the tropics. We do show that little area of concern now, 8 a.m. update. Still at 10% in 48 hours, 20% in the next 5 days. It's been showing that all night long. But I'm showing pretty much it's going to be disorganized group of thunderstorms. There is a chance for something to form up kind of weak. Now, NOAA has updated their global tropic hazards, and you can see it has downgraded some. Matter of fact, from August 2nd to August 5th, they're not showing much at all. Then when you go from August 6th to August 12th, they're showing right here with the green and white stripes, which stands for weekly total rainfall in upper third of the historical range. Just heavy rainfall coming that way. That's not usually this time of year. That's about it. Also right here for Central America. But I'm showing that right after the 12th, something could be coming around. Now this is your latest run that you have this morning, and you can see that by Monday on the 4th, that you do get a little tropical wave right here. You get a little indentation up here, a little indentation right here, and it starts moving to the west somewhat disorganized. It tries to get upper level low, but you can clearly see the wave right here, all right here. And it's just moving around disorganized. It's getting a lot of shears, getting a lot of high pressure twirling with it, but it cannot get together. And as it gets closer towards the coast, it tries to get a little bit better organized, and that's when we get our cold front coming down, and it just keeps it away. So right here you can see the wave still back out into the ocean, and it starts moving east now, and then some energy forms up by the Bahamas and by southern Florida, and it starts getting a surface low. However, the surface low never really does anything. It dances around for a little bit. It don't bring much rainfall, and nothing really forms up out of this, guys. Just like what NOAA sees, just heavy rainfall. When you look at a potential velocity anomaly, which shows an updraft in our section from 120W to 60W, our country, and our Gulf right here in the southeast, right around here. But you can see it's very weak what's coming. There's not much to worry about according to the GFS. And when you look according to the Euro, you can see also with the Euro is showing very weak, whatever it is. However, once we get to about October 17th, we do have a couple big anomalies that is coming right into our section that we need to think about for October. So I'm still showing that late October, we still have some storms coming, guys. So it's not over with. I've seen people posting all kind of videos about heavy rains, a lot of flooding, major winds coming, very cold air. When you look at your AO according to the Euro, your Arctic Oscillation, which shows you when the cold air comes down and how far. You see that we're still in it, but we're starting to go towards a warmer phase. It's starting to slip away and go towards a warmer phase. And then according to the Euro, sometime around the 10th or 11th, we could be into another dip of cold air, which generally comes from the northwest first before it goes across the rest of the country. When you look at the GFS, it also confirms that we're getting into less cold air. It will be cooler. It will be a little nippy out there, but it won't be super cold. It's starting to go on a warm phase, a positive phase. But it also confirms that right around the 11th, that we are going to start going into another dip of cold air, and GFX actually brings into a good dip past a -2. Now, when you look at North America at the 500 millibar height to see what's going on with cold air and the warm air, the cold air moving around here, very cold air in that high purple, you see it gets kind of cold in the south. And you see it stays there for a little while before it moves away. And I know people have been telling you got this cold air coming. That's 850 millibars. That's not ground level. Ground level would be more like this purple color here, would be reaching more to the 2-meter level of 30s and 40s for y'all. But as you keep on going, you can see that this does come into our country later on. And then we get a double, where we get a big, elongated, high pressure from 2 cold air pockets, okay, and it starts coming in and bringing in that cold air from the northwest first. This will bring anywhere from 20s to 40s. Then as it moves across the country, you can see it goes to the Midwest as it stays elongated. A very big cold pocket of cold air, and this would be colder temperatures. And if something like this would hit the south, then you gotta worry about. Matter of fact, last time when I saw that in Texas, that's what it was, and it was over Texas. But as it goes through, it'll just swing around the central, the Midwest, and the Northwest. And this right here is 850 millibars, also northeast, so that'd be more like 50s, maybe 60s. So to first show you, if you see the first anomaly showing the cold air, it's pretty much 850 millibar level. You can see the temperatures for yourself. That's not cold air coming all the way to the ground. It's starting in the northwest. Now the shot with the purple showing the really cold air, that's a little different. That's actually some cold air, some 30s and 40s coming through, and you can see how it covers the whole central to west coast. A very elongated high pressure of two cold pockets coming in from the north is going to create all this cold temperatures. But I did look, and all the way to the 14th, when all that elongated cold spill does come in, there is a lot of snowfall showing up according to the GFS, and a lot of it does show major snowfall. But when I back it up to just 10 days, because to compare with the Euro can only see up to 10 days. Up to the 13th, it shows mainly it's for Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington and California in the higher elevations. But that's pretty much who's showing that y'all gonna get the snowfall out of anything for the next 2 weeks. Definitely 10 days. And the Euro confirms this as well. It's showing Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, southern Montana, and Wyoming as well. It's pretty much the hot spot where the snow is going to be falling. Now, when we check for the chances of what forms up over the southeast of the U.S. under this new advisory, and you can see, according to the GFS, that in about 48 hours, in about 2 days, it starts getting up something, okay, and then it stays weak the whole time. And then after about 5 days, then it's just a bunch of disorganization. Nothing really does anything. It goes east, it goes west, all the way up to 10 days out. It's just a bunch of bobbling around. When you go according to the Euro, you can see also it don't have a lot going on. We're already at 5 days, and now it's starting to notice something after 5 days, but it leaves just as quickly. So it's nothing really to worry about, because there it is at 10 days, guys. It's just a bunch of bobbling around. But when you get to the 14th and on, like I was telling you, Euro does show that something does come through our Caribbean, and it does start to intensify, according to the Euro, and go towards the Yucatan. And if you look at all the ensembles, you can see for yourself through all 30 members, there's no chance of anything big coming on. I believe it was just one that showed something could happen, but that's it. You see one right there on the E26 shows something could form, but again, it'll be leaving out into the Atlantic. So that disturbance that you see over the southeast of the U.S., nothing is coming out of that but rainfall. The only other factor they have is right here on E13. This is right around 7 days out, and it's a possibility that some kind of energy could form up and swing by real quick. But when I check for rainfall for the next 5 days, it pretty much agrees. Jamaica, eastern Jamaica, not much for the Bahamas, Panhandle, Florida, southern Alabama, northern Georgia, upstate South Carolina, western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee is pretty much where the rainfall is at. And when you go up to 10 days, which will change anyway, it's pretty much in the same area. And when you go to the GFS within the next 5 days, same thing, something for eastern Jamaica, but it's still Panhandle, Florida, southern Alabama, northern Georgia, upstate South Carolina, eastern Tennessee, and western North Carolina, same areas. But when you go to 10 days, it shows something does stay and spin up off the East Coast. And I know people's talking about a big wind event for y'all guys, but I'm looking for the next 5 days. According to the Euro, I don't see no big wind event. Next 10 days, not much of a wind event. Something could happen from 5 to 10 days, be a little storm. It's more storms going off in the west, if you ask me. Even when I check with GFS, next 5 days, there's not much going on. It starts building up something from the Dakotas on down to Texas with some 30 miles per hour wind gusts. But when you go to 10 days, everything's pretty much in the central U.S. I don't see anything going on over here. And that's a full update on the tropics and La Palma volcano. So please, if you find any of this information helpful, please share this to another, because they probably searching for things like this. And I'd like them to find correct information, not just somebody's thoughts of what's going to happen without facts backing it up. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. I hope you have a very blessed and a very happy Sunday. I'd like to give y'all a prayer for guidance on y'all's search under these topics. I know people's worried about the tsunami still, and people are growing big fears of it. And we don't have a lot of facts yet. We got a lot of opinions. Here's a fact. Psalm 32. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. When I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long. For day and night thy hand was heavy upon me. My moisture is turned into the drought of summer. Selah. I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Selah. For this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Selah. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Be ye not as the horse, or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy shall compass him about. Be glad in the Lord, and rejoice, ye righteous, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart. Amen. Have a very blessed day today, guys. I hope my information truly was helpful for you. I tried finding information more on that La Palma official information. I didn't see anything from Pentagon saying anything. I didn't see nothing saying from Biden saying that he didn't want to cause panic. That's why he didn't tell nobody. That's what that guy was talking about in his video. So if you find something, let me know. Comment below with it, with a link, and I will pin you in the comments so others can get your information as well, if it's out there. All glory, all power, all honor goes to Yahweh, God of Jacob, our Father, Father of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our Savior. Amen. Hallelujah, guys. Have a great day today.